This budget is anti-people's, it's not people-friendly budget and is a budget for these corporate people and these political motive biasness budget. Union Budget 2025 is in fact, it is not the people's budget because it reflects the budget, particularly the state of Bihar election budget. I may raise these questions that whether this India government budget or Bihar government budget. And also this budget will become, the poor people will get more this poorer and the rich people will become richer. And also there is not much reflected the farmers and the Union Finance Minister Nirmala ji, she never mentioned even the MSP also. While the entire farmers protesting, demanding the MSP, and she didn't even mention the MSP in this 2025 budget. And also, there the Indian economy is in a serious problem. We have this unemployment crisis in the entire nations. We may recall 2014, the Honorable Prime Minister has announced that this BJP government will provide 2 crore jobs in a year. So she never mentioned about the unemployment of the youth. And it is very unfortunate that this budget 2025 never serious about the unemployment of the youth in India. And this is the unemployment which is the rising across nations and never serious on this unemployment and all. And this Union Budget 2025, it's something like the budget's cuts in the different departments. We can mention some of the departments that the education and transport, rural development and IT and these telecom departments, the budget cuts are there, that is happening there in these different departments. When we compared in the last budget, these particular departments in 2024, this education, it was 2.60% and now in 2025, it's become 2.53%. So in transport department, when we compared with this present budget, this in the last year, 11.28%, and again this present year we find that 10.83% only. It is becoming less percentage is allocating for the transport department. And again also this rural development, which is very important in the entire rural people of India, and we find that this in the last year this rural development department, it is 5.51%. Again, this current year, it is 5.26%, which is less than last year. This is, in fact, it is collapsing the economy in the rural area, and the rural area is not given the importance in this current budget 2025. Again, we can also mention IT and telecom department. This is also something happening that in the last 2024 budget that it was 2.41%, and again in this year 1.88%, which is less than earlier, and it's become diminishing the size of the budget in different departments. And the medical departments, health department is also not taking very seriously in this current year 2025. The budget cuts, we find it in this year, and it is in fact the serious situations of the Indian economy under this Modi economics 2025. And that is fine then, and this is the, shortly we read over the budget, and when we hear the presentation of the union ministers, these are just we have seen. And again, Manipur and the northeast of India, we are facing a lot of problem. Particularly this Manipur violence since 3rd of May 2023. There in the budget, we don't see any reflections, particularly for the violence affected people of Manipur. And also the entire people of Northeast India. For Manipur, we thought that this central government take important pledges for the present related violence, but that is not reflected at all. You see 60,000 people are still in the relief camp. Some days back also, because of these uncomfortable and these problems faced in the relief camp, one of the Thokjom Lukhoi Singh, he tried to commit suicide. Fortunately, could survive. This is happening now and then. The relief camps, more than 60,000 people are still there in the relief camp, and there is no reflections of in the budget for construction of houses for those people who are there in the relief camp. So in fact, it's totally neglected the state of Manipur, which is a bona fide citizen of India. And why this union budget under these Modi economics, double engine governments not reflected these violence affected people of Manipur? It should be number one. And also you see, and this comparison with the Bihar and Manipur. Manipur is in trouble and Bihar is not such type of trouble. But it is going to be held election shortly, and for that reason, election related matters, they are allocating more fund for the Bihar government. And why they are not taking serious on Manipur. I think this budget is not people's budget, and in fact this budget is directionless, and it is the importance of the different sectors are not serious. And also the poor people, particularly the farmers and the needy people, this is not properly reflected, it is not properly allocated the budgets. In short, this budget is anti-people's, it's not people-friendly budget, and is a budget for these corporate people and these political motive, biasness budget, so to say. I'm just reflecting some of these budgets. As you know that some relaxations for these income group under 12 lakh, that exemption is there, but it is very much particular. And for the poor people and you see, this group of these people, 4 to 8 lakhs, the income group, that also having these 5% tax, and also these 8 to 12 lakhs on the other side, 10% in some of these sectors, and 12 to 16 lakhs, 15% taxes. In fact, this India in general, this GST, now it's become the tax terrorism. We need to review this tax terrorism. So even if some part is exempted, the entire people of India facing the tax terrorism. So we need to review all this type of GSTs and tax and everything, that the people are suffering a lot, and the type of tax terrorism is still continue. We need to review it. And in fact, in this budget, still this tax terrorism is continue. Thank you for giving me some time for this on this budget 2025.